Hey, órale, ¿qué pasó, carnal? Name's Matthew Rafael Cedillo, and this is a segment which is pretty much the same as random reviews. Only thing is that Christian's not here at the moment. He left the tripod. Right now he's doing something different. Okay, I'm joking, he's behind the camera, but whatever. This segment is called Matthew's Mayhem, which is technically the same thing as what he's showed you in the other video, which is Christian's Corner. And what we're going to do right now is actually go over some YouTube channels. Two for right now, and then I'll bring up some other announcements and whatnot. Anyway, so like the last random reviews, we said we would go over some YouTube channels, and we gave you, Charlie Para de Riego, and he gave you Freddie W. Today I'm going to start talking about one of the first people I subscribed to on YouTube, which was SUPEReeGo, otherwise known as Eric G. Ochoa. I personally really like his channel. Most of the videos that I have watched on it are the Cholo adventures. Really funny stuff. I think my other favorites that he's done is You Know You're Mexican If, and my other, what do you call it? My other videos that I like from his channel are the ones that he did called, I can't remember. It was one where he was playing, Mexican uncle and a Mexican aunt. It was really good. His videos are really based off of Mexican stereotypes. Stereotypes based on cholos in Los Angeles. And to be honest with you, a lot of the stuff that he shows from his videos, I've seen it a lot in in the neighborhoods here in Chicago, so it's kind of relatively relates to everyone. He has guest appearances by Mijito Lex, Jen CJ, who really doesn't do much videos anymore. I assume she's in El Salvador doing something because he's mentioned it in a different vlog video. But whatever, we'll go through their channels other times. He's also had people like Gabby, who goes by the name O Ramsey 1, another review for another day, and PD Flow. And even Timothy De La Ghetto, and IB Shucks, which is his friend Rick. Anyway, point is that he's had countless of his friends from high school and other people along to do his productions. Great stuff, and I think what a lot of people will know from his his videos is that one character, Ego, who's technically a cholo, and his friend Sleepy Brown, played by Mijito Lex. Two of the main cholos, and they've also worked with other productions, yada yada. And along with that main SUPEReeGo channel, he's had two other channels like Amigo and My Alter Ego, both in which case are different videos. I think actually one is like a side project channel, and the other one's his vlogs on how he makes sufficient videos. The very first videos he did, like how to be a cholo, which led up to Cholo, the very first episodes of Cholo Adventures were done in a low budget, which is actually really cool. I mean, I honestly feel that the original videos are a lot more, down to earth rawness and really funny. I'm not saying that the newer ones are bad. No, don't get me wrong. I love the newer ones. I just feel like they should use a little bit more of that edge that they had back then. Only because, they had a camera and whatever they could find. And, I still love their videos to this day. I watch them on a daily basis. The second channel I'm going to go over is one of my more top favorites because I've had contact with this guy one time, and those of you guys who know me will know this guy. His name is Yeti112, otherwise known as the guy who does the Resident Evil parodies. You gotta love him. He does so much of a great texture ideal when it comes to his animations. The actors that he's brought in, they're really independent individuals, and even they have their own channels. Before Yeti did a lot of the Resident Evil videos, he did AMVs, which are music video. Technically, you take clips from video games or whatever you watch on TV, and you just add music to it. And honestly, the way that he paired his very first video, which was for, what was the name, like video game Area 51 or something like that, he used a song called 911 for Peace, which is by Anti-Flag, a perfect pick for it to an extent. Because, it was about rebellion and aggression and whatnot, but I think he topped it with the video because of the way that the sound of the music was going, which is pretty good. He also added in stuff for like 007. He even has a spare, YouTube channel, which is for another project, which is kind of relatively similar, called I don't know how to pronounce it. Sephora, as you could hear, my friend Christian actually said it. I don't know how to pronounce it, so that's why I kind of stutter a little bit on it. Really great series. If you're really into, the idea of science and magic and even religious aspects. Not saying that it's all, hallelujah and whatnot, but no, it just has those ties that make good horror movies all into one. Instead of making it horror, it's really dramatic. It's down to the core, based on how human psyche could be. It's just a really good show. There's there's violence, there's good dialogue. The storyline has at least 9 episodes. I know that for a fact that there's a possibility it might be another one, but if anything happens and he changes it, then we're going to stick with the 9 episodes that we have. The only thing I can say about that channel is that if you guys are looking for what he did with, you know, parodies, you're not going to find it there. You're going to actually find Yeti's, his really down-to-core creative side when it comes to story writing. He does such a great job, and you can see a lot of the inspirations came from some of his original videos. Now, going back to the Yeti 112 channel, the very first videos had a decent design, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually was really impressed because he used a Mac type of program for that. Then for his more recent ones, he's gotten updated software and whatnot. Still looks good. And yes, there's a difference between most of the voice actors that he's had back then to now. Some of them have come and gone, and some of them have stayed, which is okay. All I can say is that if you like Yeti 112's channel, I highly suggest you look at the credits thoroughly, because most of the people that are on his videos actually have really good YouTube channels along with it. And I think the one friend that he has that works with him the most is Benio, otherwise known as Ben and then IOXOXOX. Yes, it looks like kiss hug, but whatever. On the next session, we will be looking at other YouTube personalities, like I've mentioned before. I think that's probably what I want to, you know, bring up on that note. If you have the time, watch some of our original videos that we have on YouTube, like the Sutherland shorts and other projects. So on that note, don't forget, if you do subscribe to this channel, please be sure to look into the playlist section, because there's some of the videos that we have done before on a different YouTube channel called Christian Inc. Those videos are now transferred to the playlist, so click the link down below and it should lead you there. On that note, we should be releasing a video which is kind of almost like an introduction to what Sutherland is, and we worked very hard. So many fucking injuries from that day. I remember landing on my ass pretty hard, and there's some, you know, we might be releasing some of the bloopers that are caught, but definitely just watch the videos, and, you know, don't forget to hit the fuck out of the like button. So this is me, and I'll catch you later. Se cuidan.